Hey everyone, welcome to our channel Mental Game. This video we'll be discussing various techniques and strategies for understanding and interpreting the behavior and body language of the people around you. With the ability to read others, you can improve your communication skills, build stronger relationships, and gain a deeper understanding of the world around you. Number 1. Introduction. The introduction sets the stage for the rest of the tutorial by highlighting the importance of understanding body language and nonverbal cues, and the benefits of learning how to read others. It also provides a brief preview of the main points that'll be covered in the tutorial, such as understanding nonverbal cues, interpreting body language, building strong relationships, and detecting deception. The introduction is designed to capture the audience's attention and motivate them to continue watching and learning. Number 2. Understanding nonverbal cues. The second section of the tutorial focuses on understanding nonverbal cues. Nonverbal cues refer to the way we communicate through means other than verbal language, such as facial expressions, gestures, and posture. This section explains the different types of nonverbal cues and the importance of paying attention to them in order to better understand others. This section covers the science behind nonverbal communication, including how and why our brains process nonverbal cues. It also provides tips on how to observe and interpret nonverbal cues in real time, such as through the use of microexpressions, kinesics, and proxemics. Microexpressions are brief, fleeting facial expressions that can reveal a person's true emotions. Kinesics is the study of body language, including gestures, posture, and facial expressions. Proxemics is the study of how people use space and distance in communication. Additionally, this section also covers the role of context in interpreting nonverbal cues and how to take into account the situation and surroundings when trying to read others. It also includes the cultural differences and how it affects the nonverbal communication. By the end of this section, viewers will have a deeper understanding of nonverbal cues and how to observe and interpret them in real time. They'll also be able to identify the different parts of nonverbal cues and understand how context and culture can affect the interpretation of nonverbal cues. Number 3. Interpreting body language. Elaborate. The third section of the tutorial focuses on interpreting body language. Body language refers to the way we communicate through our physical movements and posture. This section provides tips for interpreting body language and understanding the emotions of others. It covers strategies for identifying when someone is lying, telling when someone is interested in what you're saying, and reading the emotions of others. This section covers the role of context in interpreting body language and how to take into account the situation and surroundings when trying to read others. It also includes how to read and interpret body language in different cultures and how cultural differences can affect nonverbal communication. Furthermore, this section covers the use of body language to influence and persuade others. Additionally, this section provides specific techniques for interpreting body language, such as how to identify deception through body language. It also includes information on how to use body language to build rapport and establish trust with others, as well as how to use body language to resolve conflicts and improve relationships. By the end of this section, viewers will have a deeper understanding of how to interpret body language and use it to better understand and communicate with others. They'll also be able to identify deception, build trust, and use body language to influence and persuade others. They'll be able to understand the cultural and context-specific variations of body language. Number 4. Building strong relationships. The fourth section of tutorial focuses on building strong relationships through understanding and interpreting nonverbal cues and body language. This section explains how understanding and interpreting nonverbal cues and body language can help improve communication, build trust, and strengthen relationships with others. It covers specific strategies for improving communication and building trust through nonverbal cues, such as mirroring, open body language, and active listening. Mirroring is the practice of matching the behavior and body language of the person you are communicating with. in order to build rapport and connection. Open body language refers to using body language that shows openness and receptiveness, such as making eye contact, smiling, and having an open posture. Active listening is the practice of paying close attention to what the other person is saying, both verbally and non-verbally, to understand their perspective and respond appropriately. This section also includes information on how to use nonverbal cues to build rapport and connection with others, as well as how to use nonverbal cues to resolve conflicts and improve relationships. It also covers the importance of using nonverbal cues to create a positive and supportive environment. By the end of this section, viewers will have a better understanding of how to use nonverbal cues and body language to build stronger relationships with others. They'll be able to use specific strategies such as mirroring, open body language, and active listening to improve communication and build trust. They'll also learn to use nonverbal cues to build rapport, resolve conflicts, and improve relationships. Detecting deception. Elaborate. The fifth section of the tutorial focuses on detecting deception through nonverbal cues and body language. This section explains how to detect deception through nonverbal cues, such as microexpressions, body language, and verbal cues. It covers specific techniques for detecting deception, such as read technique, and how to apply them in the real-world situations. The read technique is the method for detecting deception through a combination of nonverbal cues, body language, and verbal cues, developed by John Reed and Associates. It includes a 9-type process that involves interviewing and interrogation and the analysis of verbal and nonverbal behavior. This section also includes information on how to use nonverbal cues to detect deception in online and virtual communication. With the increase in digital communication, it's important to know how to spot deception in virtual settings as well. It's important to note that the section also covers the limitation of deception detection and the importance of understanding the context and considering other factors such as the person's cultural background, their emotional state, or the specific situation. False positives and false negatives can occur, and it's important to consider the possibility of other explanations for the behavior observed. By the end of this section, viewers will have a better understanding of how to detect deception through nonverbal cues and body language. They'll be able to use specific techniques such as read technique and understand how to apply them in their real-world situation. They'll also learn to detect deception in online and virtual communication and be aware of the limitations and ethical considerations when trying to detect deception. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a comprehensive understanding of how to read others through their nonverbal cues and body language. Remember, practice makes perfect, and the more you pay attention to nonverbal cues of others, the better you'll become at understanding and interpreting them. It's also important to keep in mind the ethical considerations and importance of respecting others' boundaries when trying to read them. Thanks for watching.